Good morning, everyone. A very, very warm welcome to Move 2025. It's great to see so many people here. I see a lot of familiar faces and many new as well, so welcome all on behalf of Terrapin. Over the next 2 days, we're going to take a deep dive into the future of mobility and what we think that looks like. This year, we're championing convergence. We're connecting people to opportunities, goods to markets, ideas to action in a way that's seamless, sustainable, and equitable. As I've been looking around the floor and the room here today, I'm starting to really feel that essence of what Move is about. We created Move to be global. Move is innovation, it's forward thinking, it's knowledge exchange, and it's about partnerships. And I think Move, above all else, is about breaking down silos, because the truth is, we are going to achieve so much more together than in our individual verticals. So over the next few days, I really want to challenge you to put yourself outside your comfort zone. Have conversations with people maybe you typically wouldn't. Share ideas, spark new ways of doing things, learn from each other. These connections you make here could really power the next breakthrough. We have a new system this year. If you want to unlock the premium networking, you can do it via the app. Any questions at all, please let us know. We've got lots of staff on site. Thank you so much to our sponsors and exhibitors, without whom none of this would be possible, and our speakers, of course. We've got an after party tonight that takes place after the last keynote session, and then we'll be moving on to the waterfront for extended networking. So please make sure you've got it in your calendar and join us. Without further ado, I would like to welcome to the stage the Honourable Liliane Greenwood, who is the Minister for the Future of Roads, who will be doing the opening address. So if you can help me give her a warm welcome, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Well, thank you, and thank you for inviting me to speak today. And a warm welcome to all of you, especially those who've travelled from around the world to be here. As Minister for the Future of Roads, I cannot stress enough the importance of this conference. And no, the organisers didn't pay me to say that. I say it because it's true, because our roads matter for our economies, for the climate, for our very way of life. In fact, I'll go as far as to say that if people and goods are the lifeblood of our economies, then roads are the nation's arteries. Here in the UK, carrying 80% of our goods, from the food in our supermarkets to essential hospital supplies, facilitating all our journeys, with every trip starting and ending on a local road, whether you're on foot or on a bike or in a vehicle. And as a result, being both the biggest challenge and the biggest opportunity to reduce transport's greenhouse gas emissions. So yes, this is important, essential even, and as a government, we get that. We know that every part of our plan for change, from raising living standards to clean energy, rests on this crucial piece of national infrastructure. But how we move on our roads is changing. Look around this venue and you'll see the future. Greater automation and fewer emissions. Technology transforming from the smallest motorcycle to the largest HGV. And a world of data at our fingertips, adding even more mobility options while removing barriers around accessibility. So my message today is simple. That future is now. And this government is acting fast to give people real choice in how they move, to deliver greener and more integrated transport, and to unleash innovation and technology to transform mobility and improve people's lives. Let me start with decarbonisation and specifically zero-emission vehicles. Now, if I could wave a magic wand and remove all road emissions, we would overnight reduce this country's transport emissions by 90%. That's the opportunity within our grasp. And it's why we've wasted little time reinstating the 2030 deadline for the phase-out of new petrol and diesel cars and updating the ZEV mandate to support manufacturers in their transition. Make no mistake, this mandate is world-leading, and it's the largest carbon-saving initiative across government. But just as important is the certainty it creates, a clear and orderly direction of travel so that businesses can plan and invest for the future. And that investment is underway. There are now over 1.3 million electric vehicles on our roads in the UK, with 1 in 5 new cars sold this year being electric. Over 80,000 charging devices are now available on the public network, and the UK charging sector has lined up £6 billion of private investment to roll out charge points across the country. And this government is investing over £4 billion to support the transition to zero-emission vehicles whilst securing global trade deals to back British car makers and protect jobs. Now, we're also alive to the opportunity that AI offers. Indeed, it was just a couple of weeks ago when the Prime Minister vowed to turn the UK into an AI maker, not just an AI taker. And just last week, we launched the Transport AI Action Plan, a blueprint for smarter, safer, and more efficient transport network. At its core, the plan will help us realise the full benefits of automation in transport. And I've seen this technology up close on our roads. Sitting in an automated vehicle driven by Wave's AI stack, I saw it expertly handle London's busy streets, safely accommodating cyclists and calmly avoiding cats crossing the street. I'm clear that we must create the regulatory conditions for this breathtaking technology to thrive. As I speak, my department is busy implementing the Automated Vehicles Act, which passed last year. It means that by 2027, we will have one of the most robust safety frameworks for self-driving in the world. But we're not wasting any time. We've already launched a call for evidence on the safety principles that will underpin our framework, along with a consultation on how to safeguard automated vehicle technologies and the way that they're marketed. So please do help us shape that future by sharing your views. We've also brought forward piloting legislation for self-driving taxi and bus-like services to next spring, meaning that we can more quickly unlock the huge benefits that this industry brings. From 38,000 high-quality jobs and a market worth £42 billion to the UK economy, to future-proofing British innovation and manufacturing. But look beyond those numbers and you'll see the everyday impact that automated vehicles could have. Not only allowing people to travel with increasing comfort and ease, not only giving a new lease of independence to those with disabilities or who live in more rural areas, but the vital work of saving lives on our road. Because removing driver error, which is a factor in almost 90% of road collisions, that technology can be a game changer when it comes to road safety. But we're not putting all our eggs in the AI basket. Other emerging and critical technologies exist, whether that's quantum computers helping optimize traffic flows, sensors which can see underground when we're building new infrastructure before spades have even broken the ground, or low-orbit satellite technology that can monitor the transport network in real time. We're determined to seize every benefit to save taxpayers money and improve services for the travelling public. Now, my final point is less about technology and more about power, specifically where it lies and how it's held accountable. I firmly believe that the best decisions over people's daily journeys aren't made centrally, but by local leaders who know local travel needs the best, by those who use local buses, trams and rail services and know where we can get most bang for our buck. And that's why the spirit of devolution runs through this government, and why we recently more than doubled local transport funding for some of our largest city regions outside London to over £15 billion over the next few years, and provided a fourfold increase in funding to areas outside our largest city regions to £2.3 billion. It provides unprecedented investment for local leaders to transform local transport, whether that's metro extensions in the North East or the West Yorkshire mass transit system. This funding will make journeys more reliable, more accessible, and spur growth and regeneration across the country. And we're doubling down on our commitment to put power in local hands. Our integrated national transport strategy is in the works, shaped by over 6,000 responses from local leaders, passenger groups and transport operators. It unashamedly puts people's needs at the heart of how we build and operate transport. That means more choices about how we get from A to B. It means an outcomes-first approach, be that better access to public services or more economic opportunities. And it means a network that's accessible, that's easy to use, and that's infused with local identity. I'll end simply by saying this: whether it's decarbonisation, driverless vehicles, or devolution, this government is fundamentally changing how Britain moves. Our approach is simple. We'll support cutting-edge technology that better connects people to the things that matter most. We'll cut emissions, not only because it's the right thing to do for the climate, but because I want the UK to seize the huge economic opportunity of green travel. And we'll transfer power to the local level where it belongs. If we get this right, we'll deliver growth, opportunity and renewal that the country needs and that this government has promised. Thank you.